All right, we are officially live, and today we are fresh off of the back of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving, all of the fun festivities. And well, it's December 1st, which is pretty crazy because we are only 31 days away from 2026, which is pretty crazy. So, what we're going to do today, though, Scotty, is we are going to be, well, number one, we're going to be giving a little spotlight out to one of our students, but I figured we would go down the path of how to make money on YouTube as a small channel. And we're going to be sharing a $30,000 case study. And actually, I got to confirm this, but I'm pretty sure it's a $39,000 case study now, from what I was just told yesterday from this student that I'm about to kind of highlight here. So that's what I want to do here on this part of the live stream. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, this is also our recording day. So Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern time, we go live. Some people show up. We get to hang out and communicate, but we're doing it also because it's our recording day. So this way here, we can be consistent. And we also have taught this in the past, what we call our 1 hour content magic content system. If you would like to get more information about that, you can go in the description and we'll go ahead and put that in there. But with that being said, Scotty, I wanted to have a little announcement here because we have something coming up this Wednesday. So depending on when you're listening to this or watching this, it's December 1st. On December 3rd, that's Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we are doing something that we've never done before. And it's called our 1K subscriber sprint workshop. This is where we are going to be walking through the strategy, but also how to plan videos that are going to help you get 1,000 new or add another 1,000 subscribers to your channel. And it can literally be one video that does it. We have several on our channel that have gotten over 1,000 subscribers in 30 days from one video. So what we're going to be doing, though, on that workshop is we're going to be walking through what we do on a monthly basis. Is we call this our own little 1K subscriber sprint. It's where we're basically doing it ourselves. But we're going to walk through, like, how do we find topics that are going to resonate with our audience or give us a better chance of getting a video that can actually do the heavy lifting for us. Now, not every video is going to do it, but if we can just get one, then that's going to be well worth our time. So we're going to go through all of that: title, thumbnail, how often, and then from there, we're going to create that sprint, that little roadmap, and then you're going to be able to run off and do it. All right. So if you're interested in joining that with us, it is live. Now, we are going to offer a replay if you can't make it and you grab a ticket. But if you'd like to grab a ticket to join us live, we're also going to be there to answer Q&A and all that fun stuff. In the description, there's going to be a link. All right. And if you click on that link, it's going to take you over to the page. If it's before the actual live workshop, you'll be able to grab a ticket. If it's after the fact, there may be an opportunity to grab the replay, but it will be at a higher price. So if you're coming in live, we're going to reward you, and you can get all the details in the description down below. Scotty, is there anything that we need to address before we jump into how to make money on YouTube as a small channel?
No. Actually, let's do this. Let's have a little fun with whoever's on right now. What do you think, okay, if you would have to guess, what would be the number one source of revenue for a small channel? What would be the number one revenue stream as a small channel? What do you think? Because I guarantee if you're what 99% of creators think is it's AdSense. That's what everyone thinks. It's AdSense. And yes, you can make money off of AdSense, but that's not where the money really is on YouTube. It's very rare for anyone to be a full-time YouTuber from AdSense. Now, is there out there? Sure. I'm sure there is. We have buddies of ours that are making 20 grand a month on just AdSense. So it is possible. But the problem is it's a lot of up and down with AdSense. And here we go. Someone said your own products and services, PayPal donations. All right, interesting. Good, good. Affiliate of their own products or their own products. Yeah, that's some ways too. We're gonna kind of dive into that today. And here's the other thing too is, which yes, those are all definitely ways, right? And all of that too that we're talking about that you guys are even putting in there, that's all in our 100K roadmap. If you guys don't have that, go ahead and check that out. Just comment 100K and we'll send you that. And that literally goes through our whole framework. And at the end of it, our money piece, because we call it our ARM method. We got our attention, we got our relationship, and then we got the money. And the money is literally everything that we're going to kind of be talking about and discussing today. But all these that you said, valid points. Cheryl hit the nail on the head. Coaching is up there as number one, right next to courses. Courses and coaching is right there. Consulting, any of that. So yeah, so Dad, let's dive into this. I like that we're getting a lot of engagement in this too. And also, guys, I'm going to ask something a little bit later too. We want these live streams. Yes, we're doing it as our recording session, but in the beginning, we want to try to make them as engaging as possible. And we might even be testing some things out here and there. If you guys have anything that you think would be beneficial to you, that would be a nice engaging piece in the beginning of a live stream, let us know. One of our ideas was, I'll just throw it out there, was even just doing a review of some thumbnails, showing you a review of a thumbnail and then how we would critique it and make it better to get that click-through rate up. So just some ideas there as you're on this live stream with us right now, if you're here currently live. So let's dive into it, Dad. How are we going to make money on YouTube as a small channel?
Yeah, well, let's get into it. I actually have some notes here, and I'm going to share that right now because this is Matt's story. And Matt is one of our students from our 1K collective. And this is basically what it is. He followed our 100K roadmap. All right. And here's the deal, guys. Like, people think you got to have a big channel. And the truth is, you absolutely do not. And I am proof of that just from back in the day when I first started my YouTube channel when Scotty was, gosh, super young, like 17 years ago. So whatever that made you, Scotty, that's like 10 years ago, right? Not 10 years ago. You were 10 years old.
I was 10 years old.
Yeah. So basically, that channel only grew over 7 or 8 years. It only grew to 16,000 subscribers. But that was able to do over $100,000 per year for at least 6, maybe even 7 consecutive years. And so Matt, who we're going to be sharing a little bit of that framework because that's what he did, is follow pretty much the same exact roadmap. Why? Because we went through and shared our 100K roadmap. Some of you might have downloaded the 100K roadmap. Scotty already put it up on the screen. If you're interested in getting a copy of that, just comment 100K down below and we'll send you a copy. Or if you're watching this later on the replay, it may be there in the description at that time. But what you really need to understand is it doesn't have to be a big, massive channel. All right. And Matt's story is really, really awesome because he's only got right now 18,000. He's close to 19,000. He's like 18,600, 700, something like that. But when he started with us, he didn't have that many subscribers. Okay. But slowly he built that up. But here's what I want to point out. Okay. The very first thing is he found his niche. Okay. And his niche was piano. But you might say, okay, that's pretty broad, but it's piano. No, that's where he started. And then when he came into one of our programs, we started to refine the niche and go sub-niching down. And now he teaches primarily adults that are over 30, 40 years old that want to start playing piano. Okay, so that's who he went after now. And that's what's been working. So he found the niche. So my question to you is, are you clear on who you are serving and what are you helping them with? Because that's how you will get there. And again, this is all outlined inside of the 100K roadmap. All right. Now, the next thing is this right here, is he went and did some research, because this is what we teach, is he found outlier titles that were in his niche. And then what he did is he just put out videos and started testing. And he was what we call content buckets. He went and started testing. After you start to see, okay, something's resonating, something popped, something took off. Now we're going to be able to look at the data, and then we can go ahead and shape that to be, that's our content buckets. And now we can start addressing those. So for us right now, it's subscribers, views, watch time, monetization. I would even say on the side of that is like business growth. Like that's part of it, right? But you're going to find the core content buckets, but then you're going to find those other ones that you're going to test on the outer edges. And that's what he's done. All right. So the outlier titles in your niche is super, super important. And that's where we started. And that's what we still do to this day. And actually, if you're watching this before December 3rd, which is on Wednesday, we're going to be going through what we're calling our 1K subscriber sprint. This is where we are going to be coming up with a plan for ourselves, but also for anyone that's joining us to basically get really strategic with the titles. All right. And who we are targeting. And then what is our best chance of getting a video to pop, which is going to lead me into down here in a second. But if you guys are interested in that, we're going to leave a link in the description. You can join us. It's a live workshop and there will be recordings available after the fact. But if you're interested and you want to put the blinders on and just get to work, that's what we're doing there. Our whole goal there is to get 1,000 subscribers faster. Okay. And maybe even from one video. We've got several that have done that. All right. The next thing is, and this is a big one, is consistency. He has been doing 3 weekly uploads. We call this more at bats. All right. And what I mean by that is like we get more plate appearances. We're referencing baseball because Scotty and I are baseball fans. We're sports fans, right? You all can understand that. If I get up once a week, I get one chance of getting a base hit or getting a double or getting a home run. If I get up 3 times, I got more chances. Okay. So it's the same thing here. And he's been very, very consistent. Even when the views weren't there, staying consistent. Okay. Then this happened. He got a video to pop. 116,000 views. And then what that did, it took the other videos that were on his channel that weren't getting a lot of views and it started to lift those videos. We got another student of ours, Gavin. Same thing happened. He had a video. He's got 2 videos now, over 750,000.
No, one, I just looked. One's at over 900,000. The other one's 800,000.
So there you go. And those videos, what that does is that lifts all those that back catalog that you created that you're like, oh, those videos are crap. No one's going to see them now. I'm only getting 25 views or I'm only getting 100 views. Those videos can still be viewed. Okay. So that's what happened. So then what happened here is he created more videos on the topics that worked because he's been posting 3 weekly uploads. So now that's 12 videos a month. Now he's able to go back and look at that data and go, okay, what worked, what didn't work? Okay, let's do more of what worked. It's common sense. All right. Then in the process, because this is another thing we teach, and it's also in the 100K roadmap, which again, if you're tuning in here a little bit late, if you would like to download our 100K roadmap, the same one that Matt has followed, just go ahead and comment 100K down below and we'll send it to you. But he built his email list to 4,500 subscribers. These are email subscribers. So God forbid something happens to your YouTube channel and YouTube bans you for whatever reason, it happens. You'd still have 4,500 people on an email list that you could let know, hey, I'm not posting there anymore. I'm posting over here. You could redirect those people. So that's another thing he's done. But that 4,500 email subscribers also is what helped him make $30,000. And then here he got monetized. His channel got monetized. Obviously. So that's some revenue coming in. He also added a YouTube membership. So think about this. You get 100 people to pay you $10 a month. That's $1,000 a month. Now YouTube is going to take their cut. They're going to take 30% of that. So you'd end up with $700. And what he's doing is he's doing 1 video a week dedicated for them. All right. So that's it. He asks them, hey, what song do you want to learn this week? And then what they do is they vote on it and then they come in. And that's been growing. And every time that he does a live stream, because he also does a live stream every week, every time he does it, he adds more people to his membership. So that's another thing. We haven't really even talked about that. I did a membership on my other site or on my other YouTube channel. And it was good, but we don't talk about it a lot. It's something that you could do literally once you start to build a little bit of an audience. You could do that almost immediately. And there's hardly any tech involved. So that's another way that he's monetizing. And then this here, he just reported back to me because we interviewed him in a mastermind call that we did just the other day, which actually, by the way, I haven't even announced this yet. If you are going to join us on the 1K subscriber sprint, I'm going to be giving that interview or that mastermind call that we did with Matt that broke down everything. It's about 45 minutes long. We're going to give that away as a bonus. I haven't even announced it yet. I'm going to announce it tomorrow in tomorrow's email. So again, if you want to be part of that, just go in the description. There's a link right there. You can go grab a ticket. Super inexpensive. It's under $30 right now, the time of that us doing this live. But if you want to join us live, you can go ahead and get that and the bonus that we're going to be including. But what he did, he just emailed me yesterday and he goes, hey, another fun update. And I just talked to him 3 days before this. I just made another $9,000 from my Black Friday promo. Wow. So we're at like 39,000 now. And I think since he's been monetized, it might be 4 months. And I think a bulk of it, he said, came in the last 2 months. All from a small channel. All from a small channel. And guys, how much competition out there is for people teaching piano? A lot. Yep. But Matt went out there and he carved out a little space on the internet for himself, created his audience. His audience is really loving him. He's giving value. He's showing up. He's serving. He's being rewarded. So, yeah, so that's what he did there. Here's the simple breakdown though. Okay. Let me change my little color here. All right. Starts with a niche, simple videos, weekly live stream. That's what he does. That's what we do. Make offers. And you repeat that. Don't scribble that, Scott. There you go. And you repeat it. That's what you do. This right here. This is the most important piece because we're going to then focus on our niche, create those simple videos. Obviously, we're learning from those videos because we've been consistent. We're getting those at bats. We're figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and we're doing more of that. And then this live stream, this is our little hack to create consistent content, right? We're going to create at least 2 videos a week from doing a live stream. One live stream, the live stream itself is a video because it'll basically get a replay. And then you'll also get 1, 2, sometimes 3 videos out of it. All right. And it works because that keeps you consistent. Because I get a lot of people that say, hey, how do I stay consistent? I always fall behind. I want to do it, but I get busy or this, that, or the other, right? Excuse. We all have them. Life happens. But what we got to do is we got to find a system, a way that we can show up consistently. Because like we said earlier, if we show up consistently, we increase our odds of something popping. And if something pops, we get rewarded. All right. So again, if you guys are interested in the 100K roadmap, we're going to put it in the description, but also if you want it, we can send you a copy. Just comment 100K and we'll do that there. All right. So, I mean, do you think that you could follow something like this? Is this something that you feel like, you know what? I think I can do that. And you're telling me I don't need 100,000 subscribers to make $39,000? Or in our case, we've got 37,000 subscribers and we've just crossed $130,000 from this channel, which is about 16, 17 months old. Yeah, it's possible. Gavin, who he's got a channel. He just crossed 50,000 subscribers, but he started with us with only 2,000. And now he just reported he just got over the last, I think, 3 months, he's collected 20 grand from AdSense money. That's just AdSense. Then he's got courses and one-on-one stuff that he's doing on the back end of that. So there's a lot of opportunity once we build the audience and also once we have offers in place.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts with who are you targeting? Who is the niche? And then from there, using outlier titles to help you get traction faster. And that's it. Any questions, guys, on that before we move on to topic number 2 of the day? See anything come in, Scotty?
No, but I'll say this too. Kind of just re-emphasizing what you said. Like right now, if I know we just kind of threw a lot at you, like what's going on, but like the biggest thing is finding your niche. It is solving a problem for someone. I think that's number one. You talk to any entrepreneur, they're going to tell you one thing, one piece of advice: solve a problem.
Yep.
If you solve a problem, don't matter what industry you're in, you solve a problem, there is room for you to make money there because you are helping someone achieve something, right? Whatever it is.
Yep.
And with this YouTube stuff, right, and helping you grow your channel and your business and all that, especially when you're small, I can't emphasize enough how much the title plays a part of that. It is the number one thing. Like I'm telling you, the second that we realize that, it has drastically changed, not just this channel, but the channel before this that we were working on, Brand Creators. When we started with that, he was only throwing podcasts up with no video or anything. And that had, it might have got 20,000 subscribers over 15 years. Mm-hmm. And then we decided to actually focus and do videos and post that on at that time, a pivot on the channel as well. And in about 18 months, we gained 70,000 subscribers from that. And subscribers ain't everything, but it also built a 6 and 7 figure business on the back end of it as well. So it all started with the title though. Like when we found that title, we started this from scratch. How did we grow it? We didn't tell anyone on the other channel, hey, we're doing another channel. We never even said anything. We didn't send it out to anyone. Totally started from scratch. And within 3 months, I think we started getting some traction. And then probably like 5-6 months, we really started to amp it up. But again, it started with titles from, understanding our niche and finding those outlier titles, which I know we say outlier titles a lot. And now like we're at the point where we say it so much, we're like, we expect everyone to know it. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much titles that we find that have more views in the subscriber count. So it's like views to subscriber ratio. And when we say like a lot more views, so it's like, for example, if a video had 50,000 views, but the channel only has 1,000 subscribers, that's a big outlier, right? So I would look into doing a video that has the similar kind of title, except I'm just going to change the framework of it, whether it's in my niche or another niche, right? And this is like literally everything we teach too in our 1K collective. So those who have been a part of our 1K collective, you already have been through all this. If you have not been a part of that and you're interested in anything with the 1K collective too, just feel free to reach out to us. We'll be probably opening that up again soon. But like everything we teach about titles is to help you get a push on YouTube. If YouTube doesn't know who you're serving, they're not going to push your videos. Don't matter how good of a video, how good your content is, even your thumbnail. Because and the last thing, Dad, that I just want to get through everyone's head is if you want to get views, it starts with getting impressions. And in order to get impressions, you need to have a title that sparks the algorithm to give you impressions. So we always like to tell everyone, titles leads to impressions, not views, impressions. And then your thumbnail equals your views because your thumbnail is the click.
Yep.
But if you're not getting pushed in front of anyone, it doesn't matter how many clicks you get, but if you only got pushed to 200 people, like that's it. That's all you're getting pushed to. Or if you get pushed to 100,000 people, even if you only get 5%, that you're getting like 5,000 views, right? So really important. I can't emphasize enough. Outlier titles, focus on them in your niche, outside of your niche. That is your quickest way to any growth on a small channel. But it all starts with, back to you said, dialing in on that one niche.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And find that angle.
And if you think about both examples I shared, Gavin and Matt, Gavin used to focus on just fitness for just about anybody, right? Because he can help anybody. But then he got dialed in with people that are over 40 that want to get fit. Okay. So that he dialed that one in. Now, Matt, very similar. He's helping adults learn to play piano, not kids, because kids is a big market too, but he's specializing in adults. All right. So that's what he did there. Oh, one quick question here on this here. You talk about video making. What about audio only podcasting? Is there a difference between video and audio production? Well, my thing would be here is if you are a podcast, why not fire up the camera and just let that thing be a video now?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get more reach that way. It's also going to give you more opportunity. You can always upload the audio with a waveform on a static image. I personally wouldn't do it now. I've done it years ago, but now video, because it's so, it's just so common and so many people want it. And now even like Spotify, right? They want video on their platform.
Yep.
So I would say, I would encourage you to just fire up the camera and just create some video out of that. I think you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So hopefully that helped. And let's see. Oh, okay. So Peter says, is it possible to not have to talk during a video or stream and still get subscribers? Well, I mean, we're not asking for subscribers. It all comes down to the content that you're creating.
Mm-hmm.
And if people are like, oh, I want to learn about how to play piano, and this channel is all about teaching adults how to play piano, and I watched one lesson and I really like it, I'm going to subscribe because I want to get more from Matt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we don't come out and go, oh yeah, guys, by the way, do us a favor, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, blah, blah, blah. Now I want to experiment with this actually, Scotty, because I looked, 76% of our viewership are non-subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw, his name is Rick, gosh, what's his last name now? I forget. Very big channel. He's got 2 channels now, over 1 million. And I'd say about every video, about 5 to 7 minutes in, he stops real quick and goes, hey guys, can I just pop in here real quick? Can I ask you to do me a favor? Right now, 76 or whatever his number is, 76% of people are not subscribers that watch my channel. And I appreciate that. But if you subscribe to the channel, I'll be able to get bigger guests. So he kind of uses that because his guests want to know that he has a big audience, even though the subscriber count really doesn't matter anymore. So I thought about that. I'm like, man, maybe we slide that. I think
Omar did that recently too.
I think he did. Yeah. So, I don't encourage you to come out of the gate and be like, before I give you value, like subscribe, or like, or heart or any of that stuff. For us, it's always been like on your own, to do it.
I mean, I feel like too, though, as long as you're giving value, people almost feel like they owe you something. And so by them like subscribing to you or even liking the video or sharing or whatever, they feel like they're giving something back for what you're giving. Like, right. And perfect example where you don't have to like really talk or anything. Like I even thought about this, Dad, like even if there was like a dedicated, like let's say every week that I did a live stream where, and again, let's just pretend in a pretend world that I didn't have to talk, and I could literally walk through. You could just do a screen share of Canva, and I could show you how to make a thumbnail. And I don't even have to talk. You can just watch me do it, and right there, I'm giving you value on how to do a thumbnail, and the title is going to be that. You're going to watch that. I guarantee people would come in and subscribe because I showed them how to do that, even though I didn't talk. I showed them and I gave them value, and they're going to be like, wow, that really helped. I want to know more tips from this guy. I'm going to subscribe to him. So it's just an example of where you don't really have to talk, but I'm still giving value where whoever's watching is going to get something out of it rather than me just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and not adding any value about anything, So yeah, there's a lot of examples to where you don't have to talk. There's other things you can do that's going to help and provide value for your audience.
I just want to show this real quick and then we're going to move on. So this is one of our best videos, 345,000 views, 18,800 watch time hours, 10,700 subscribers. And in this video, we did not ask people to subscribe. We didn't ask them to subscribe. And look it's still getting views too. This was published last January. Almost, it's going to be a year in about 2 months, it'll be a year. And we have not asked for a subscriber. And if you look over here, it's still getting views. Look at this, 10 views last hour. You know, it's still getting views, 213 views. So how many subscribers? You know what I mean? Like, so we can go here and look at the subscribers are still adding up. People are still subscribing to this day. So you don't need to ask people to subscribe if the value is there. And if you have something that people are going to want to come back to learn more about. If you're just giving like one-off tip, like how to change my filter in my refrigerator, my hot point refrigerator filter replacement, or reset my filter. You're going to go there and see that, and that's it. And then they're going to have a whole bunch of other content that's going to be about how to turn off an alarm on your TV, or how to, or on your drying machine, right? It's going to be all of these different things, probably on appliances, but I'm not going to subscribe to their channel because I want to, I'm interested in like learning the next thing that I'm going to run into as a problem. But if you're teaching people how to use Canva, let's say you're like a Canva channel and you're just a Canva specialist, then people are going to come back. They're like, I want to go back because they helped me with Canva or CapCut or Kajabi or whatever. Like, you could literally do, or just say editing, let's say, right? You could do a whole channel on that. But if you like that person's style, and I used learning an instrument because I think that is really, really a great example. If I am watching someone teach guitar and I want to play guitar, and that person helps me play better and I understand them better, I'm going to subscribe because I want to get more of their content. So just always keep that in mind. All right, cool. Let's move on. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pull up my next piece here. Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do. So if you guys are here, and guys, let me know in the comments. We always like to do this. We're at 32 minutes in right now on the live stream. How many of you are here from the very beginning? How many were here since we started this live stream? And I'm going to tell you why here after I finish this one bit here. All right. So just so you guys know, if you're tuning in, like just coming in, we just covered like how to make money with a small channel on YouTube. We just gave that example and we showed kind of like all the steps. If you missed it, you can go back and watch the replay. You can also download the 100K roadmap. Just comment 100K in the comments. We'll send you that. But what we're going to do now is the second part of the live stream. And what that is this is going to be another topic that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to tell you what that is right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to record this like I am right here live. And this is going to turn into a separate video that will be aired on this channel, probably Wednesday of this week. And it'll have its own title. It'll have its own packaging, its own intro. And this is also something we teach in our 1-hour content magic workshop. Once again, we'll leave the links in the description if you're interested in using this to create your own content. So you don't have to create content for hours every single week and you can stay consistent. So this topic is going to be why 95% of small YouTubers never grow and how to be the 5%. Another side note, we posted a video last week that came from a little test that we're doing. So we had, or Scotty had, Grok, which is an AI tool. We had it come up with a YouTube title and a topic that it felt could go viral. And we said, okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to create another one using ChatGPT and we're going to compare the two and we'll see what one does better. So this is the second one. And this is from ChatGPT, the concept, the training, the value that I'm going to give you is all from in here. I've already, I've done this. So I know what it takes. So I'm going to share that. Scotty, is there anything you want to say before we go and kick this thing off? Are we ready?
No, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you in the comments, unless it's something I have to wait till later.
Okay.
And also, if you're here live right now and you want the 100K roadmap, it's in the description. So just go to the description, click the link, and then you'll get that sent to you.
Cool. All right, here we go. You guys are going to see this in real time. So here we go. So in this video, I'm going to share with you why 95% of small YouTubers never grow and how you can be the 5%. Now, the one thing I want to say is it's not about going viral either. It's not. And actually, if I'm honest, I've never had a viral video. Okay. I've had some videos that have gotten over 600,000, but I don't consider that really viral. I think anything over 1 million would be considered viral. I think it'll depend on the niche, but I've been doing this now for over 17 years and I built multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses on the back of YouTube without ever going viral and with having channels in some cases that only had like 16,000 subscribers, but did 6 figures for 6 consecutive years in a row. And that's what I want to share with you is what makes the 5% actually make real money, because there's a lot of people, 95% of people that just aren't. All right. So this channel right here that you're watching this on, this is considered a small channel. That's only 37,000 subscribers. I say only, that's great. It's awesome. This has had 1.6 million channel views. Okay. And it's earned over $131,000 in its first 16 months, which is amazing, right? But here's the deal. It's not big. It's not sexy. It's not like viral video. It's not like, oh, this channel blew up. Kind of blew up in its own right. So let's get into the 5 big mistakes that can be easily fixed. Because I don't want to just share the mistakes. I want to highlight them, but I want to also give you that plan, that roadmap, which, by the way, we get asked all the time, what would you do if you were starting over today? Well, we created what we call our 100K YouTube creators roadmap. It's a business plan. Also, if you'd like a copy of that, it's 18 pages long. Just comment 100K down below and we'll send it to you. Once again, 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. So let's get into those 5 big mistakes that can easily be fixed. So number 1, the ones that struggle do not have a clear niche focus or niche or nicho. I get that all the time where people are like, you're not saying it right. It doesn't matter. We know what we're talking about, right? The one niche that we are focusing on, we want viewers to want to come back. We also want viewers that are going to be interested in our next video and our next video. And we want people to binge our content. Why? Because that's what YouTube wants. So many people are like, I'm just going to create a whole bunch of videos on a whole bunch of different topics and see what lands, but it might just be so random and you can't create any follow-up content. So it's a waste of time. Big mistake. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is bad titles. Okay. Usually with the title, it's the number 1 thing, guys. You really need to have great titles that hook the audience and also hooks the algorithm. Because what you don't realize, some people anyway, you probably do, you basically have that title. It signals to the algorithm, this video is about this. And then when it gets displayed, that's called an impression. Well, that's going to come by someone's feed, right? They're going to be scrolling. And then that's where you're going to be able to say, okay, that's for me. But if your title doesn't have any curiosity baked in, then why do I care? Why do I want to click on that? So what we want to do is we want to have something that grabs the attention. All right. Now, hooks are what we call them. There are title hooks. We also have another free resource. I don't usually generally give out a bunch of different free resources all at once because I don't want to confuse you, but this one here is really, really valuable. If you would like this, it's our 10 top outlier titles. These are titles that have worked for us, that have gotten hundreds of thousands of views, and also our students. If you'd like to get a copy of that, just comment hooks down below. And there's 10 titles here that we have reworked, and we've also shown you how to use them in multiple niches. Once again, hooks in the comments, and I'll send you a copy of that. All right. Number 3, losing viewers in the first 30 seconds. And this is a huge mistake that can be corrected like that. Here it is. Welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. And if you would do me a favor, could you just subscribe to this channel? And better yet, hit the like button, right? Like, you're using that time. I can't tell you how many times I see that and I cringe because people are leaving. You're thinking that they're coming back, but they might have never been there before. And people are there to receive what you promised. Whatever you promised, you better deliver. That's why that title and the thumbnail is super important, because that is the promise. Don't waste their time, and they will thank you. I know, because I get a lot of people in the comments that say, hey, thanks so much for not wasting our time and getting right into it. And the reason why I know that, because I want that. That's what I don't want to sit around and say, hey, welcome back. Thanks so much. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Like, no one wants to see that. The other thing is, they don't want to see this flashy logo that comes in with your, you went to Fiverr and you had an intro thing built, like a trailer, or not a trailer, but like a splash logo and all that. No one cares. They just care about what you're going to deliver. All right. So that's the third thing that can be easily corrected. The fourth, stay consistent. All right. Post whenever. That's what people are doing. Like, post it, post it maybe once a week, maybe 3 times a week. Maybe I'll do one at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe I'll do one at 5 o'clock. Do you see how it's all over the place? What I would like to see you do, because this is what we do, and this is what I've done for years, create your own schedule, right? Create your own schedule and commit to that schedule, even if it's just for 60 days or 90 days. I want you to right now in the comments, let me know, are you posting consistently right now? And that could be 1 a week. That's fine. But if you are posting once a week, is it the same day? Is it the same time? And I'm not saying that the algorithm loves that. A lot of people will say, well, the algorithm wants you to post at the same time. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is if you do it at a certain time, then you're going to stick to it at that certain time. And that means that you're not going to miss. So for us, it's generally going to be 3 times a week minimum: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Once in a while, we'll sprinkle in a Tuesday or a Thursday, sometimes even a Saturday. But it's always at least going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So consistency, that right there can separate you from a lot of YouTubers out there and can get you into that 5% group. All right. And number 5 is they're not creating binge-worthy videos. Like, where do they go next? Is there something else that would build off of what you just shared? Or is it just going to be that one thing and you have no other resource to send them to? Because YouTube wants them to watch more, whether it's your videos or someone else's videos. But if they watch your videos, that's going to signal to YouTube, oh, they like your content. Oh, so we're going to show them more of your content tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So what we want to do is we want to create what we call a binge loop effect. All right. And that is the biggest problem that I see with people getting retention, where people are going to want to watch more, is they don't give them another place to go in being your video. And I'm going to give you a real example on what this looks like right now, right here. All right. So this is what it would look like. We just talked about these 5 things that are happening right now. All right. That's what's happening. And I talked about one of the biggest problems is fixing those titles, because if you don't have a good title, no one is going to find your video. No one's going to be able to watch your video. So we got to start with that title. And I know that's a big problem because, well, it was a problem for me. And I also, now that we've helped other people, other creators, we know that they struggle with it too. And that's why I created a video right here that goes over our top 10 titles that I talked about earlier. And I show you even more examples on how to adapt them to multiple niches. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. And that's it. That's a wrap.
Yep, and there it is. So right now we have a piece of content done for the week, while also having a piece of content done for today. So right there, that's 2 pieces of content. And if you wanted to, you could always add another one in there and do a third as well. We've done that before as well. And then you're literally done for the week. You have 3 pieces of content done in 60 minutes, right? Right now we're actually only at 45 minutes. And this is everything that we talked about in our 1 hour content magic. So if you guys want to check that out, that is in the description. You can go check that link out, and it literally walks through our whole process of creating these live streams like this, so where you can produce more content from it and you're doing less work. Included in that is editing, because editing is one of the biggest things that I think, like, after the video portion of it, people are like, oh, I don't have time to edit. It takes forever to edit. I have a system down to 15 minutes or less. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I went through a whole thing on how to do it. I used the script as the tool, and I'll show you how in under 15 minutes you can get a video up and done. I actually went through an entire video in there that you can see exactly how I did it. I even gave you prompts that you can use with their Underlord AI that makes it super easy to add jump cuts and different things on the screen. That's all in that. And it all comes from, again, a live stream like this. So like right now, that little section he just did, you're going to see that on Wednesday, and it's going to have its own title. It's going to be its own intro, all of that. But that is going to, it all resides from this live stream. Cut it out. We put it there. Now we have another piece of content that we can use. And we had one video a couple weeks ago that we did that came from the live stream. That video got over 9,000 views, almost at 10,000 views. And that, again, came from the live stream. So yes, we have been doing this for a while, a little content hack, and it does work. So if you haven't tried that out already, I would look into trying that as well if it aligns with your content. But yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at right now. And funny little story I'm going to add, is totally separate, has nothing to do with any of this, but this is just funny stuff. So for those of you who don't know, I am as of recently a dad now. And this is my my daughter is almost 6 months old. And while you were going through your little thing, Dad, Lila comes in and she says, I just want you to look. Whole back blowout. Everything. That's and good. So while you're talking, I'm like looking at this, and I got video of it later on to show you. Is worst I've ever seen. That's good. It was good. Everywhere. So, yeah. So while I was looking at the comments, I'm also looking at poop on a baby's back all the way up. So things we have to do. The things we have to do. But okay. All right, cool. I think that was it. And again, we are going to be Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you can't make it, it's no problem. We're going to be recording it. But we are going to be spending about 90 minutes going over a very simple strategy so you can increase your chances of getting a video to pop, and from there getting 1,000 subscribers. And we're shooting for 30 days. So anything within 30 days, if we can get a video to pop, there's a good chance that we can get an additional 1,000 subscribers. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to be just one video, but that's what we're shooting for. Why not shoot for the stars? And if it lands a little low, it lands a little low. It's totally cool. But then you're going to find you're going to have multiple videos that could also be adding to the subscriber base. All right. And the reason why we're using the subscriber thing, to be quite honest with you, is because a lot of people have a tough time getting to their first 1,000. And we know that that's a struggle. We got there in 89 days with this channel. We got monetized in 89 days, I should say. So we had the 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours. So you could totally do it. But if you're someone that just is like, man, I want to sprint, right? I want to put the blinders on. I want to come up with a plan, a strategy, and I want to execute. And I just want to sprint for like quick, like just get that stuff done. And it's like, we can get a lot planned in that 90 minutes. And then it's just a matter of executing and then just rinsing and repeating. And that's really what we're going to be doing there. So again, if you are interested, the link in the description should say 1K subscriber sprint. If you're watching this before December 3rd at 2 p.m. Eastern time, you can join us live. If it's after the fact, you can still go there, and there will be possibly a way that you can watch the recording and get the resources that we're going to be giving with that. All right.
That is going to wrap up this live stream. I want to thank you guys. Hopefully you guys all had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We did. And we're ready to rock and roll through December. Enjoy it, but also we're excited for 2026. So guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day, and we'll see you. Maybe we'll see you Wednesday. Who knows? Take care, guys.